Yo, it's Guido. It is Monday, and we are on to Tier 8 of the least played NA tank. Currently in the last 30 days. We're not going to use the overall. I think maybe the overall would be a bit different because you'd have some of these specialized tanks that also aren't very good. In the last 30 days, at least it's the current situation with the players. And I'm thinking about the Tier 8s as we sit here and do this. I have 199. You can see that in the garage over there. That's almost 200, right? Math in Public. I believe it's one away from 200. And I was trying to think of what tank it would be. Initially, I went, well, it's probably one of the bad Tech Tree tanks. But of course, people are grinding those, so those seem to get a decent amount of battles, even though they're not great tanks. I'm thinking things like the AMX 65T, or I guess it's not an AMX, but whatever it is, that French heavy that's not very popular. I don't necessarily think it's that. I also have a little bit of thought in my brain because I know we have looked at the stats on Tier 8s quite a bit in this, while we've done the channel on Sundays, things like that. So I kind of have a thought in my mind of what some of those are. Things like maybe the M46KR, maybe something like the Mutz, the Panzer 58 one that not very many people have, that kind of thing. Maybe a bad medium. I'm thinking it's a bad medium. I really think it's a bad medium. It might be a bad premium heavy, but I think it's probably a bad medium. We're going to check it out. All right. So that's actually a Tier 9 right there. So it's going to be one of these 199. Remember, it has to be in my garage. Obviously, I can't play something that's not in the garage, but I've got almost 200, fellas. So I probably have it, and if I don't have the least played, I probably have the second or third. So let's take a look at it. Now, what isn't it? While you're sitting there thinking of what it is, well, I think we can come up with some of the usual suspects here. Barask, EVA 90, Scorpion G, XM, they're played like crazy, right? The Su-130, the RHM, Scorpion, Skoda T56, Grom, Progetto, Shrek. Yeah, those are the usual suspects that people really like to play. I mean, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a Barask or an ELC or a Scorpion or an XM in this game, honestly. Or the Scorpiansky for the 130 PM. Or the Tech Tree Scorpion, the RHM, all that good stuff. Well, what do you think it is? The least played on NA in the last 30 days. Let's find out which tank I'm going to play. We'll scroll. Oh, actually, you know what? We figured this out a couple times ago because I'm not very bright. Boom. There we go. Oh, I actually called it. I actually called this one. Very interesting. Now, a slight cheat. I did not look at it. I promise you I did not look at it. I have looked at it in the recent past, and that one just stuck in my brain, the Panzer 58. As being at least down there. But what else do we have that's not played very much? We have the Kanonen Jagdpanzer, which is the 90mm one, not the 105. Was a horrible premium TD when it came out, and it continues to be a horrible premium TV. The Turch, KV4 Turch, I don't even think I own that thing, although it's doing well. It just, there's not many of them. That's the other thing about this, is you can have these very low sample size or very low population size tanks that just don't get played much because not many people own them. And maybe they're not that good. But look at this one. It's actually doing well, whatever this thing is. KV4 Turchovsky thing. The Kirovets 1. I think I might even have one of those. Just not played very much. Kirovets 1. Let's check this out. This is a Russian heavy, I believe. Just for giggles. Oh, I do have the Kirovets. Check it out. There it is. Kirovets 1. What is this? It looks like a kind of IS-4, IS-3 conglomeration idea. Okay. So I have a Kirovets. I'm pretty sure. Do I have the Panzer 58? That's a great question. And if it's not the actual, how am I going to do this? Because I know I've got the clone. Let me think. Let me think if I... Nope, I don't need to. I don't need to worry about it. I have one. There it is. Yes, Panzer 58. Now, I believe I played this thing. I have. And I have 100 battles in it. I'm pretty sure. I do. So I did the 100 battle challenge on this thing a while ago. It's a Mutz, a Panzer 58. Doesn't it have a third version? Is there a black version? Or is this the black version? No, I don't think there's a B. For some reason in my brain there's a third version, but I know there's two, right? It's the Mutz and the Panzer 58. They're the same tank. All right. So, well, let's go back to the stats and see how I did. 55% win rate in this thing, averaging almost 1,500 damage, close to 1,000 experience, reasonable. Armor use, not much, as I recall. It just doesn't have much armor. The turret will give you some times-ish bounces, but it's not super strong at all. 1.35 damage, 1.77 destruction, 40% survival, that's all right. Hits is low at 69. That's bit surprising. I thought the gun was maybe a little more accurate than that. Maximum experience at a 2,000, 4,000 damage game, and 525 on the assist. Now, we do not have any equipment, so I'm going to have to set this thing up. And we have a good crew. It's my Indian Panzer crew. There you go. So, good trainer for the Indian Panzer. For some reason, you are a connoisseur of the Indian Panzer. That's actually a really good crew. So, we're going to set up the rest of these skills because we haven't touched it since the crew change a bazillion years ago. We'll chuck some equipment on it. Does it have the others? No, it doesn't. Okay. And we have finished all of the field mods. So really, this is just another game tacked on top of the Hunter Battle Challenge for me. But the Panzer 58 is the least played at 187. The next is Kaunonen Kurovet's 50 TPR, which is some specialized tank. I'm not sure what that is. Type 59G, that's interesting. Very popular in terms of people wanting it, but just not played a whole bunch. ISU 130, 59 Patton, that makes sense. That's a terrible tank. P Victoria, not bad. Marbrecker, so is that... No, that's a premium. How far do we have to get before there's a tech tree tank? Whoa. Well, that's surprising. There's not one tech tree tank down there. I think that speaks a bit to the idea that, let's put the 250 on there, that the tech tree tanks just get played because people have to grind them. There you go, the 110. So it looks like the 110 is the least played tech tree tank. All right, Panzer 58, let me set this thing up. We'll be right back. We'll play a game. All right, I did something that's probably dumb, but I didn't really want to do two setups just to take the stuff off later. So we are running a turbo in the bonus slot, a CVS in the bonus slot, and vision. We're going pure vision. I'm just going to assume that I'm not going to get a city map. This is going to absolutely guarantee that I get a city map 100%. But whatever. We're just here to play the least played. We're not here to be amazing. See what happens. A pure vision setup. I have leaned heavily towards vision setups with my tier 8 mediums. In the recent past, you see enough tier 9s and 10s, I would say, that this is a helpful setup to give you something to kind of do in some of the more wide open maps. There tends to be a few more wide open maps now as they've changed some of the small maps to bigger. Ensk, I'm looking at you, that kind of thing. So not the greatest idea. Honestly, I should probably have a combat setup, but whatever. We're not going to deal with that. We're just going to go ahead and assume we get a situation where this will help. Let's play a game with the Panzer 58. Also known as the... Oh, there it is. Schwarz. Yeah, these are all the same, right? Schwarz, Mutz. There's a third one. And it is the black. It's just Schwarz Panzer. Schwarz Panzer. There you go. So there's three of the same daggum... Is this exactly the same? Oh, no, there's a slight difference. What's going on here? Oh, crews. Yeah, it's hard to tell because of the crews. And the equipment I have on. All right, there you go. So, Panzer 58. Here we go. The shit writes itself, my friends. It writes itself. The interwebs is listening, and it is not your friend. All right, I got half of what I wanted, right? It's not that I wanted it, but half of what I wanted to happen kind of happened. I am in a tier 10 battle. I am on Himmelsdorf, my friends. Himmelsdorf. This is beautiful. All right, absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to outspot an ELC. I am relegated to now giving myself a bad medium because I've done a vision setup and I got Himmelsdorf. This is classic. The only thing that could go better here, and it is quite unfortunate actually, maybe the Conqueror can one-shot me, Conqueror GC. I'm a little disappointed that there's not a 4005 or a FV that can one-shot me. I mean, honestly, I feel like if we could have just had a 4005 or an FV in the game, then all of my dreams would have come true in this particular match, and I could drive forward and get one shot. I didn't really pay attention to my ammo loadout, but I do have my Magic APCR. What is my Tessac doing? Well, he's going to get some SA, I guess. Is nobody coming up the hill? He doesn't know. He's running away before he finds out. I would have loved for him to just sit there for a while. What do we got coming up? Scorpion, 257, ST1. All right, there are only three. Why did he shoot me? Do I know you? Do I know you? Alright, here they come. T-5041. Okay. Oh, on the Progetto 54. There goes our 257. Okay, alright. I bet I get nuked by the fruit. Look out, Tessac. Coming through. Gabbing through. Alright, T-100's over there. We got a poking T-57. They are pushing these fellers, so let's go over here and see if we can support them in case these guys want to get jiggy. This is where I can get hit, nice and easily hit by the, there we go, already just crushing our Scorpion. That's good stuff right there. Shot on him. And he crushes the Scorp. This guy's going to hit. That is a tier 9 heavy. I'm never going to fence. Let's just back on out. I like it. Is he still tracked? No, he's, oh, that hurt. Oh no. Really? There we go. Good job, M4. Alright, these Arties are about reloaded, so they're absolutely looking at us. The 60 TP is up here. That's not good. Our Artie, however, understands the assignment and is punishing anybody who wants to poke up there. I missed. I'm going to have to run away because we are outnumbered. There's only 3 of us. They're already slapping. Oh boy, that guy's coming at us. Track. No. No damage and no track. Alright, well, that makes sense. Good stuff. Boy. Oh, the ST-1 came up finally. Okay, shot on him. Oh, look out. Patton tank's coming at us. He's coming at us. Shot on him. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Come on, ST-1. There you go, buddy. Oh, I think I can handle him now. He's going to do this? Okay, good. Oh, the track. That's a bummer. Oh, that hurt. That certainly hurt. How are we doing up here? Boy, we, is the 60 TP dead, or is he still up here? What am I doing? Wait, hey. Stop it. What happened to the 60 TP? Was I imagining the 60 TP? He's dead somehow. Where did he die? Oh, yes, he died over there. You gotta like this, fellas. Look at these heavies just getting her done. Annoying little medium guy is in amongst them. You gotta like it. Can I do this without getting slapped? No, it's gonna hurt. I knew it. Progetto's got, this guy, that sucks. I wish those heavies would just push him and kill him. That'd be super awesome. There we go. It's one of them. This guy can kill me. There we go. I was gonna say if he shots me one more time, I'm dead. Shoot me in the side as I go by. No. All right. Good. All right. Well, we got 1,600 damage. We got 1,227. We played Himmelsdorf with a vision loadout, which was absolutely an advantage on that hill there. There is no way anyone was going to hide from me up top. Up top. Down below. No. All right. Well, these guys are probably going to... I was going to say they're probably going to kill a few, but there's an IS-4 getting strong with them. Is this 100 coming my way? I like it. Come on, buddy. All right, they're both in the corner. Are they going to push me? More than likely they'll push me and then I'll get ganked by them. Yep, they're coming my way. I don't like this. Come on, IS-4. They're going to stop. I like that. A little damage. I should have kept going. The charge would have been nice. I could have got some extra damage on this guy. Let's go in here and do that. Oh, what? Oh, that's a wall. Boonk. Drive on him. Drive on him. Drive on him. Drive on him. That's right. Did I die? How did I die? Oh, I ran out of hit points. That's why. That's how. I needed more hit points, fellas. How did I die? Well, you drove on top of somebody and ran out of hit points faster than he did. I didn't get that kill, did I? No, I did not. But I did do 307 before I blowed up. Not bad. 134,000 silver, 3,400 experience, which is virtually no use to me. It all went to the crew, at least. That's a pretty good crew. They're working on their last skill. I have no idea how my Indian Panzer crew got so good. I think what it was is it's an Indian Panzer crew, and whatever it was before then, I don't know. But Indian Panzer, Panzer 58, Panzer Mutz, and Schwarz Panzer, and maybe Kampfpanzer, all were played with the same crew. I'll bet you anything. Four people? Yeah. They're all set up the same. Panther is not. There's an extra guy there. Rompanzer? Same idea. Same guys? No. Rompanzer's slightly different, of course. Why wouldn't it be? And then, I didn't know this, but what is this crew? Leopard. That's a Leopard crew. Yeah, I think probably what happened with that crew is it was played in 1, 2, 3, 4 different tanks to 100 battles or more. Fellas, we were second in experience in a tier 10 with a vision set up on Himmelsdorf. That's how you do it, all right? So next time you set up, make sure you take vision setups for cities and take combat setups for proc, and you should do the same. You should do the same. 1,200 assists, that's pretty decent. Maybe a little tracking in there. 13 shots, hit 11, pinned 8. Got hit several times. That'll work, guys. No complaints. What was our... Well, we only made really 19,000 because we got 50 for the mission that we did. But that's all right considering the amount of premium we slung around. And I'd take that, man. 2,000 damage in a mediocre medium on Himmelsdorf with a vision setup. All right, did that have a lot to do with me? No, we just absolutely rolled them, and I was able to be annoying medium. But it's a pretty good example of annoying medium, the kind of idea that you want to be. You know, that Patton thought he'd get in there and take me out, but as fast as this thing fires and the tracking and all this stuff, man, if you can stay alive in those kind of situations and support your big heavies, you can be an absolute menace to the other team, provided you don't take too many big hits and get eliminated real quick. Does that seem like obvious? Does that seem like obvious advice? It is. It 100% is. That is all I've got. That's cool, man. That's the tier 8. We're on the tier 9 next week. The least played tier 9. I've done well. I haven't peaked at any of these. No kidding. These honestly have always been a surprise, although I did call this one because I kind of figured, just based on remembering the least played tanks that we've looked at over the last few months as we dig through the stats and things. So couple surprises on the list, couple not really surprises. All right, fellas, thanks for tuning in. Have a great one. See ya.